What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to episode 2 of the Bronze Pack Method. You guys showed some unbelievable support on episode 1. I didn't think it would be this well received, I'm not going to lie. I thought it would be a video that people just generally weren't interested in. However, it has over 12,000 likes at the time of recording this video, probably close to 15,000 likes at the time this video goes live. You guys have shown unbelievable support, so if we get some more thumbs up on it, that would be amazing. As you can see in the top left, we're up to 22,506 coins. Some of these items sold. I just want to show you the English guys, as I said, they pretty much always sell. Some of them only for 150 at times, but more often than not, they sell 150, 200 coins. For some of you guys, it might be prudent to hold on to them and basically just hold on to them and sell them when there's a squad builder challenge for them. For some of the non guys here, so this guy here, I listed him 2 or 3 times, he didn't sell, so I'm going to discard him today. I'm also going to send these English players into the club for now, just so we can have a bit more trade pile space for today's episode. I am going to relist anyone with pretty OP stats. So like this right back with 74 pace, I'm going to relist him. The cam with 80 pace, I'm going to relist him. The MLS player I'll relist. The contract I'll relist. The goalkeeper will send back to the club. The fitness cards, didn't manage to sell any of them. As I said to you guys, in my experience, it's much easier to sell things like that when I list 40, 50 or 60 up at a time rather than 1 or 2 at a time. Now there was a comment from D'Angelo in the last video and I'm going to read it because I think it's important. He says, "Hello NepentheZ, I've always been using Bronze Pack Method for the past 3 years and well, you're not doing it properly. Here's some tips. First, always pay attention to managers from rare countries like Iceland, Albania, Poland, etc. They always sell, sometimes for good money. I have no idea why, but all Polish players sell. All of them, trust me. Always check the player prices one by one. I know it's boring, but you never know when a player is extinct from the market. Plus, pace plus 5 attributes will sell for 300 plus coins. High pace players again sell even when there is a bunch of them in the market." And he had some other tips that he can't remember, so he didn't know. And whilst I appreciate your your input to the series, I will take any input from anyone. I entirely disagree with you. I don't know if I've got any Polish players in the club, but whilst you say the Polish players sell all of them, if we take this guy for an example, and I haven't looked at this guy beforehand or anything, you'll notice there are absolutely pages and pages and pages of this guy for 200 coins. I could list this guy 100 times and he still might not sell. And it's not like any of them, it's not like there's only 3 or 4 of them. We're at page 5 now, we're at page 6 now. There are just literally, I'd say even if there's 10 pages, that's 60 of them. 60 of him, 60 of this guy for 200 coins. Why would mine sell above anybody else's? I do appreciate as I say, the feedback. In terms of managers, we'll take a look as we open some managers here. And again, in terms of the pace cards, I don't believe the pace cards sell for more than 200 coins. And if we get one, I'll show you that they will sell for 150 to 200 coins as a maximum. If you guys do have any questions, any information, any tips, let me know. Somebody said for today's episode to talk about Bronze Pack Method on... we get a Belgian Pro League player here. That's not a bad start. Not a bad way to start things off. So 200 coins. See, this guy will sell, right? Now, contrary to what I've just shown you for the Polish players, there aren't so many of him at 200. There are a lot of them at 200, but only probably about 10 or 15. The reason why this guy will likely sell is because he is from the Pro League, and they have a squad builder challenge right now, so he holds some value. For the rest of the stuff, yeah, so on PlayStation, this still works on PlayStation. The only thing you don't benefit from, and I mean the only thing you don't benefit from, is the Legend Squad Builder Challenge players. And in this instance, that's only 2 clubs. That's only Willem 2, I suppose Ajax as well, although the Ajax players will probably sell for you anyway. Yeah, Willem, you're basically looking at Willem 2 and Go Ahead Eagles. And potentially any Ajax players. Now this injury card doesn't sell, so we're going to discard that as well. I want to get a manager, just even like an obscure one, like you say. You're suggesting to me that the managers who don't have, who are common but have obscure nations that have value. And I'll explain to you why they don't. I'll show you why they don't when we get to a point where we pack one. Do we get an MLS player there? Yes, we do. As a 55 rated, I can't imagine he holds much value. Yeah, we'll be lucky to sell him for 200 coins eventually over time. The English player we will list up, 61 rated as well. He should sell pretty quickly. The reason why, in my experience and in my opinion, that the obscure league managers don't sell is because, again, number one, the sheer volume of them on the market, and number two, the fact that you can actually get gold managers now because of how common they are. You can get gold managers for 150 coins, so people wouldn't want to pay. They basically wouldn't want to pay 150 coins or 200 coins for a bronze manager when they can get the exact same from a gold manager and get the bonus of having, let me check this kit, the bonus of having the contract bonus as well. So again, once we get something that is relative to what you're talking about, we'll compare the prices on the market and I'll show you why I think you're wrong. I'm not saying you are necessarily wrong. You may be doing it on PC. There may be a very different I thought that was League One there for a second. Yeah, you may be doing it on PC, and there may well be a very different kind of set for PC. Now, this Jaguares kit, it's very surprising to me that this kit is usually 200 coins, and it is 200 coins now as well. And it's no point trying to sell it just because of how common it is. But it's a really, really nice kit. Yeah, I'm not saying you're necessarily wrong. I'm saying that I'm not wrong as well. I think we could be in a situation where we might both be like opening bronze packs on two different markets, and with that in mind, if you're opening it on PC or on PlayStation or on old gen, you could have very different outcomes to what I have. Now, we'll check this kit. Because it's a rare bronze kit, there might not be many of them on the market. There are loads of them on the market. Not interested in that. This foot card will sell for 700 coins, which is obviously a very nice part of the pack. And now I'll be able to show you for the pace card. So you'll notice how many pace cards. Look at that. You're telling me that these sell for 300 plus coins, yet there are absolutely pages upon pages of them not even going for a 150 open bid, which is why I say you will eventually sell a pace card for 200 coins. There is no one paying 300 plus coins, and as a test, what I'll do is I'll set it for 300 and 1000, and we'll come back in the next video and we'll see if it sells. And if it sells, then I don't know what's going on with the 200 coin ones and why nobody's buying them. And if it doesn't sell, it would allude more to the fact that I'm right in the sense that it doesn't sell. For some reason, I don't know why, I thought that was Akinfenwa, even though he's got a mustache card right now. I just don't know why. I see Striker and English and Rare and quite often think it's him. Now, this guy will probably sell. The reason why I feel like this guy will sell, other than the fact that I explained to you guys that all Englishmen sell anyway, is because there's only like 8 of him on the market, so 200 coins, he will eventually go. And this guy as well, there's probably quite a few of him on the market, just because of his common, but because of his 82 pace, it's also very possible that he might sell. So we're going to throw him up there as well. So that's 2 players that will sell for 200 coins each, that's 400 coins. We're going to discard the pack for 27 coins. We sent 1 player into the club for a squad builder challenge in the future, and we redeem 100 coins. Again, this isn't like... and what I see from a lot of people in the comment section, this isn't overnight success. This isn't going to be, oh, you're going to turn 10k into 50k in one evening. This is a, okay, I'm going to turn 10k into 12k and then 12k into 15k. Like, it is a stressful, long stressful, maybe not the right word. It is a long, tedious process. The bronze pack method isn't for those of you looking for a quick turnover. It isn't for those of you who don't have time to spend on FIFA. This is for those of you that struggle generally with coins, and I'll explain what I do specifically as well. What I would do anyway, if I didn't have FIFA points, or if I didn't have the luxury to have a lot of time, what I would do is I would open a whole bunch of bronze packs. I would fill up my trade pile. I would then go and play FIFA for as long as I could play FIFA for, like actually, you know, playing the games. And then once I finished playing the games, I'll go and check my trade pile, clear off what's sold, and then open more bronze packs and just keep my trade pile full. I wouldn't really pay much attention or pay, you know, too many dividends towards it. Now, PSV right wing, this guy eventually, he's not valuable to us right now, but eventually he will be valuable to us for the fact that, like, if this was an Ajax right wing, he would go for 2,000 coins. One day there will be a marquee matchups or a squad builder challenge that requires PSV player, and he will be our guy right there for us. Now, this guy, again, we're going to get this pack. In fact, I feel like I'm not doing justice in explaining how valuable each pack is, and I want to do that a little bit better. So we'll take the next pack. Ooh, that's an interesting side of the kit, like dragging down over the side there. Now there's not so many of these on the market. Oh no, there are loads. There's a load of these on the market. There are only, if memory serves, only 2 for 200 coins. One, yeah, literally only 2 of these kits for 200 coins. I'll list mine up in that instance. We'll discard the remaining items. We'll pick up that 100 coins. Now again, I know you guys see the top left-hand corner and see the coins going down and think this just doesn't work. It works, I promise you. Come on, EA, let's update that store catalog. Apologies for drinking the coffee as well. My voice gets so dry whilst making these videos. So I want to explain the long-term process of each individual pack, because I feel like it's important. So this pack on its own, we get 200 coins straight back, which means this pack has only cost us 200 coins now. This fitness card will sell guaranteed for a minimum of 150 coins, and this is why it's long-term profit, because that gives us 350 coins back from this pack. This guy will sell for at least 150, which puts us... We'll go for the lowest denomination as well. So that puts us up to 500 coins back for this pack. These two dudes will eventually sell for a minimum of 150. That puts us up to 800 coins back for the pack. And nothing good with the kits there. This guy will also sell for 150. That puts us up to 950 coins. And we discard the rest for 50 coins. So we will literally make, over the course of time, we will make 1,000 coins off of that pack, which is... in terms of the 400 coins that we paid for it, is a great return ratio. It just takes time, and I feel like I'm like going over like the same kind of stuff, you know, saying it takes time, it takes time, it takes time. Eventually somebody's going to be like, I don't want it to take time. Well, it takes time. And let's take D'Angelo's theory again. So he says managers with like obscure nations. Well, there's not many Saudi managers, and there are, again, many versions of this guy on the market for 200 coins. He doesn't sell. And then you also said to me, we'll list up this Englishman. He will sell for 200 coins. And again, this is 200 coins back, and this guy will... is he Bundesliga 2? If there's ever a Bundesliga 2 marquee matchup. And you say all Polish players sell. Well, we've got our first Polish player in the pack. Not even a minute in, there's 2 of them they're not selling. Loads more at 200. I could understand if, like that English striker that we had, where there was only 8 of him on the market, eventually one will sell. But there is pages and pages and pages of this guy at 200 coins. No one is buying him. I'm going to list him up, again, just to show you and counter your argument that I don't think he has value. Because I personally don't believe he has value. I believe he will have value when a Polish Squad Builder Challenge is relevant. But in the meantime, I personally don't believe that that card has any value. So we get a Bundesliga 1 player here who will be worth keeping and holding on to. We'd be able to sell him for 200 coins just because he's Bundesliga 1. But I'm not interested in selling him right now. We'll keep the fitness card as per usual. I want to check that that shiny bronze Brazilian, because he's from a good nation in an obscure league, which would indicate that he would sell. And there you go. 650 min bid, 600 min bid, 200 open bid. So it looks like we'll get 400 coins for this. I'll list him at 500. We'll get 500 for this guy. So that's not a bad dealing there. And it would have actually probably, I would argue it would probably be more prudent to hold on to a player like that, because he looks like he will have 10k value in a squad building challenge. Whereas we've now just given him up for 500 coins. So when you've got coins in the bank, like I've got coins in the bank, there are some players that you might want to look at and think, I'm going to hold on to this guy. If you have like that gut instinct that that player that you've just sold for 500 or 800 coins could be highly valuable in a squad builder challenge, just hang on to them. If you're running out of coins and you need them back, just go and, sell him on and get the coins back. Now, that's not a bad pack there at all. We get a fitness card that will in time sell for 200. We get a all attributes, which will sell for 200. The fact that there's none for 200 within the first 30 seconds means that that will definitely sell for 200. One there has a bid on it as well, so we get 200 coins back for that. And now we get 3 English players out of this, all from League 3, and none of them have exclusive stats. So in the interest of opening more packs here today and not filling up our trade pile unnecessarily with players that may or may not sell, we're gonna send those to the club and we'll hold on to them for potential marquee matchups, or I will sell them off cam. Hopefully we get ourselves like another Willem 2 player. We have been really unlucky with the players that we picked up so far, and we've only hit 1 Pro League player, and he was a 200 coin player. We haven't hit any French League 1 players. We haven't hit any Willem 2, any Liga NOS. or many MLS. The MLS players we've got have been like really low rated. We've actually been super unlucky, and yet we're still generating a positive coin income. And the reason why I say that, was that St. Pauli there? Was that a Bundesliga? Wow, Bundesliga 2. So again, like we get an MLS player, but he's just not a high-end MLS player. However, it's likely that he will sell. And this is why this is a long process, because waiting for them to sell, and I know I'm literally saying the same thing again and again and again, but waiting for the items to sell is the biggest problem for people. And I'm going to hold on to this guy, and I'll check his price. It wouldn't surprise me if he sold for like 400, 500, 600 coins. It also wouldn't surprise me if he was only 200 coins. Now, he is 200 coins there, but there are not many of him on the market. 3 or 4 pages at most, and it's only 6 per page as well. So, if this guy ever has a position where St. Pauli have a squad builder challenge, he will be a high-end 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10k player. So throw him in the club for later isn't a problem. Because we're going to be doing this bronze pack method over time in the videos, as long as people are still interested in them, as long as people drop the thumbs up, as long as people want to watch them, we'll be doing them over time. When a new squad building challenge comes out, it will be very easy for me to go onto the club and have a look and show you guys, hey, remember that guy that I held on to? Now look at how much he's going for. And we might even run out of coins here. Like, let's say we ran out of all 16,000 coins without really getting too much to sell. The stuff that we put in the club to hold on to has value. So once that squad builder challenge comes out for us, boom, we get a big hit. Now this guy could be worth something. Wouldn't surprise me if he wasn't. Yeah, he's not. Like it's because he's for a big club, which is the sad part there. There's so many gold players in some of the clubs that the bronzes, even sometimes the silvers, just have no value. So in the first episode, we ended up picking up a couple of players that sold for big coin. We picked up a Willem 2 player that sold for 2k. We picked up a guy that sold for 7k or something like that, maybe 8k, I can't remember specifically. But in general, we picked up a couple of actual sellable instant players. In today's episode, it doesn't look like we're getting the instantly sellable players. It looks like we are getting the long-term sellable players. And I actually don't mind that, because I want to be able to show both sides of the coin. I want to be able to show the side of the coin that says, oh, hey, look at this player that I just picked up. He sells for 8,000 coins, which we did in episode 1. But I also want to be able to say, hey, look at all of these players that I've picked up that are going to be worth something in the future, so that in the future we can sell them and generate tens of thousands of coins worth of profit off the back of just opening some bronze packs. And I'm very confident that that will be the case. And we are up to almost 20 minutes here. There's only 4 spots left on the trade pile, so that's a really good pack. Look at that. Every item I've tagged there will be worth at least 200 coins. So that's 1,200 coins we're going to get back off of this pack. And this is another obscure manager. And again, I just want to compare his price just to show the guy that said that these managers sell, that they don't. They unfortunately don't sell. And again, you may well be on a market where they do sell. You may well be on the PlayStation. You may well be on PC. Or you may well be on old gen, which has a lower end of people, so less people opening bronze packs, so a higher rate of success. For you, they may well be selling, you know. But for me, on this Xbox One market, they absolutely don't sell. And for those of you that are on PlayStation, again, other than the Legend Squad Builder Challenge players, which there are only ever a couple here or there, you can also get involved in this. Like, it's not exclusive to Xbox only. Of course, the Legend stuff is, but there are plenty other. Like right now, for the PlayStation guys, you've got 4 league-based Squad Builder challenges that are helpful. And you have regular squad builder challenges every day to every other day that are also super helpful, where it still makes profit. And of course, injury cards and fitness cards sell for everyone all the time. I've been super unlucky with players and fitness cards today. But like I say, I'm actually glad, and I'm glad it came in episode 2 as well, because episode 1 was a success in terms of generating profit, and episode 2 has been unsuccessful in terms of the overall coin balance. Let's have a look at this guy, Montreal Impact. I don't think he's worth much. We'll throw him up for 200. It might take a fair few attempts to sell him, but yeah, it's good that it's coming in episode 2, because it means that I get to show you guys the good and the bad within 2 episodes. And for me, that will be super helpful for the potential and the future of the series, because this might be an episode where people take this, look at this on board and say, that was garbage. This doesn't work. I'm not watching. I'm not interested anymore. And it would be helpful, as I say, for me going forwards with the series. And I think this is going to be the last pack here because we're going to list this guy up for 200 coins because he's MLS. And I'm going to list the BPL goalkeeper up for 200 coins because he is BPL and he is English. So even though there might be a fair few of him on the market, which there are, he will eventually sell. And that stacks our trade pile right back to the top again at 40. I can't wait till I got 100 spots. It just makes it a hell of a lot easier. We did sell some items. Now we end up losing a considerable amount of coins from what we started. We started on 22,000 coins and we're down to 14,000 coins. However, we have 40 items on the trade pile that have at least a value of 200 coins, which is 8,000 coins, less tax, 7,500 coins, which puts us right back up to 21,600 or so coins. So just off of the trade pile alone, we've made our money back, give or take, if everything sells. And then we have an abundance of players that hold value. And I'm telling you guys, they hold value in the club. How many players do we have? Because I have 155 players. Even if I sold them all for 200 coins each, which is definitely plausible, that's 30,000 coins in the bank. We're making profit. Head and shoulders, we are making profit. But this, guys, is going to signal the end of the video for today. If you want to see more bronze pack method, drop a thumbs up. I'm open to uploading it Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. I think that's a good spread for the amount of videos, the amount of time put in, because it's only like 20, like what you see is what you get. I don't really put much time into this account, otherwise I'll come on every now and then just to relist the players, but it's not like I'm spending hours on here that you guys can't do. I want to keep it short, fresh. I want to keep it so that everyone has the opportunity and ability to do it. So if you are enjoying it, drop a good thumbs up on the video. But this will be the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.